Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, I don't know about you, man. I am so happy because, man, Dell came by yesterday and they fixed my computer. I was able to do a few more things on the system here to make it run a little bit better. And I know a lot of you are tired of hearing the music. I'm not here for the dance club. You know what? They go someplace else because we chilling with the music here because we haven't had it since last week. So I'm happy as can be that we have it. And we have some news, of course, on our Dallas Cowboys. It is Thursday evening, and we are one step closer to this weekend's event, CSA show, where we'll be seeing Drew Pearson, Randy White, Rayfield Wright, and Tony Thrill Hill. We're going to have a ball. And with that being said, that's the end of the music. But before we get on to some of the other news, it's actually really, really quiet right now in the NFL world because it's like this is the last gasp of summer. You know, the Dallas Cowboys, they've got a week and a half before they head to Oxnard. It's literally slightly more than a week and a half. They leave a week from Tuesday. And this is just kind of like we're just kind of getting all this stuff out of our system so we can start getting into a rhythm and stuff. So it's really quiet right now, and I'm okay with that. It's been extremely quiet for our Dallas Cowboys. The only news of consequence, other than the pundits coming up with the usual, further for talk, of course, is this player going to be worthwhile and this list and that list and stuff, and trying to get people to click. We actually have some sad news to report about Michael Irvin, who is dealing with some depression because of an event that happened in Miami, and he's asking for your help out there. Michael Irvin says, I have to come out of this depression, so I'm sharing with all. This is my necklace. He showed a picture of it on Twitter. That was in my bag. I designed it as a first down change, holding it as a diamond football, which is holding a all diamond cross. On each one of the diamonds I acquired at a birth of my children, all of his children, his four of them. It was a piece that I built over the life that it represents. Faith, family, and football are my own seminal ways of praying to God. Please always protect my babies. So I am so hurt. So what happened was he ended up designing this chain that is very meaningful. We all have something that's very, very meaningful to us. And what happened was he was in the airport in Miami, I believe it was the airport, and a fan came up to him and said, hey, Michael Irvin, how you doing, and everything else. And he stopped to talk to him. And when he got finished talking to him, his black Louis Vuitton backpack was missing. So while he's talking to this person and all that, somebody stole his backpack, which the chain was in. Now, they do have kind of a shaded picture of the person who stole it and is a person of interest, and shows the guy walking off with his bag. And, basically, I don't know if Michael Irvin is worried about putting the guy in jail as much as just trying to get this thing back. So it's kind of sad that, this is the state of the world today, that you actually are doing something nice for a fan, and then, of course, something happens along on the way here. It's kind of it's sick. It's just sad. It's actually hurtful. Hopefully he can get that back, because you can understand that if he bought each one of those stones as when those kids were born, that definitely is really, really important to him. So with this offseason being, rather quiet, Philly 500, he's my boy. Regardless, there's a stalker out there who's got a channel that is dedicated into basically taking stuff out of context and trying to make me look bad. Him and his 6 subscribers are having fun, with their circle jerk and everything else. The sad thing is he actually thinks that there is a true war between me and Philly 500. And, you know, we have a rivalry between us. You know, Philly 500 is constantly, you know, right now during the slow period, putting me and Michael Anthony in his videos. And that's cool. That's cool. But actually tonight, he's actually getting an MRI on his knee, and I'm hoping that it'll feel better. He's been trying to get some pain meds for it, but his doctor, I don't know what kind of health insurance he's got or what kind of doctor he's got. You know, I don't, you know, just Philly, if they operate on your leg, I hope they do for you like they did for me. Before the surgery, they said, you know, mark the leg that's getting operated on, and I marked it with the marker. You better make sure that you mark your leg because you might get that crazy doctor. I'm just saying. But he said that he's supposed to be getting some pain meds and a pain cream. He said, I don't think the pain cream is going to do much. And I said to him, do us all a favor and use the pain cream, but use it on your face. Because that shit you're talking craziness, man. You're talking literally craziness.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! That was more to bring out, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Jeff Jefferson's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass.
Oh, boy.
I fire his ass. I mean, how he's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
That kind of segue. You're probably like, why are you messing with Philly 500? Well, that kind of segues into our next part here because, like I said, right now we don't have any drama going on with the Dallas Cowboys. We have everything seeming to, you know, be there, ready to go. We know who our quarterback's going to be for the next few years. We definitely believe that, and we don't have the situation that we have now. Dan Orlovsky is still the gift that keeps on giving between him and Carson Wentz. And I want to play this clip because I just love it when there's drama in Philly.
Football, shall we? Come week one in Philadelphia, you will not see Carson Wentz under center, that's for sure, because Wentz was traded to Indianapolis, making way for Jalen Hurts to be the starter for the Eagles. Now, yesterday, former Eagles coach Doug Peterson went on Sirius Radio and discussed the decision to bring in Hurts.
You know, you go into drafts and you go into each year looking for quarterbacks. And, you know, we did that a year ago and brought in Jalen Hurts. And not to undermine Carson Wentz, not to, you know, do anything to take away his job or anything, because Carson was definitely our starter. He was the franchise and all that moving forward. But someone that could come in and be the backup and learn how to play the NFL game, you know, bring his talent to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, I want to bring back in our guys. And guys, let me just say, when I hear that, I think if you're Carson Wentz and a guy gets drafted in the second round with the reputation and the name of Jalen Hurts, that you got to be looking over your shoulder and say, they just drafted my replacement. It just seems to me that there's some disingenuous stuff here, but that's just me. Jeremy, take us through what Peterson is really saying here, in your opinion.
Well, Ryan, he's trying to explain a difficult dynamic with Carson Wentz at the end. And I spoke to a source involved in the Wentz-Eagles dynamic who knows Wentz well. And they said that, look, this is a guy who fought through his backup, Nick Foles, winning the Super Bowl without him, all the injuries. He fought through those, got the contract extension, was supposed to be the guy in year 5. And then when they draft Jalen Hurts in the second round, it was like, quote, he had to prove himself all over again. So he pressed. He tried to make too many plays. It backfired. They had a bad offense around him. I talked to some league execs who believe Eagles were giving him way too much responsibility at the line of scrimmage to make decisions. And so it all didn't work out. And I think the Colts will really simplify things for him and let him go play.
Okay, so Mike, what do you make of Peterson's comments on Wentz?
What?
Okay, we lost Mike T there. Speed. But Dan, let me come to you.
Here we go. Dan Orlovsky.
What do you make of those comments when you hear Peterson saying what he said?
Yeah, I think Doug Peterson's just being honest about the situation as much as he can be. Listen, let's talk about this situation very surface level, okay? When you're drafting a player in the first or second round, really the third round in the NFL, you're looking at that player to become a starter. First and second round, an impactful starter. I don't care what the position is, okay?
True on that.
I don't eat
I have to agree with
goldfish
you on that.
wanting to get fat, but eating too much goldfish gets me overweight, okay? Gets me a little loose around the ends. They may not have wanted to draft Jalen Hurts to undermine Carson Wentz, but everybody who's ever been attached to the NFL knows that's exactly what it did. I'm not absolving Carson Wentz from his role within this situation and not handling it as well as he should. But at the end of the day, the Eagles, if they could go back right now and redo that or rethink that decision, I am 100% convinced that they would not have taken Jalen Hurts. Now, fast forward to it, right? If Carson Wentz gets back to that 2017 to 2019 stretch of Carson Wentz, the Colts win. The Colts win in this trade because you got an MVP level player. If Jalen Hurts plays as well as he can't sniff as good as Carson Wentz is. And that's just the reality. He cannot sniff the type of player that Carson Wentz can be and has been.
I would say if he comes anywhere near the 2017 level, even halfway there, they might get a win.
Oh my God! You know what? Oh geez, Dan Orlovsky. I actually wish I had actually gotten the clip of him running out of bounds because I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand why Dan Orlovsky is considered an expert. Okay, this is crazy because let's get this straight. Carson Wentz's second year did play really well. He really did play well. But the year that he came back from the injury, he was 5-6. And his numbers weren't they were awful. They were awful. Now, you can say, well, it was because he was coming back from injury or the people around him. It was Nick Foles who came in with the same team that won 3 games in a row. That got them, 4 games in a row that got them into the playoffs. When Carson Wentz played that next season after the MVP Hall of Fame pedigree season, the team was 5-6 till Nick Foles came through. If anybody undermined Carson Wentz, it was Carson Wentz. It was that season, in my mind, that made them realize maybe this isn't the guy because they went through, they got rid of Nick Foles, and said, here it is, it's your team. And what they got was, I'll even dispute that next year because they had a really good offensive line, a great defense. The NFC East was ass. And in the end, when people thought he was just getting it together, he was playing everybody in the NFC East, and we were all terrible. But, what do I know? I'm not Dan Orlovsky. I am just a guy who is happy to have his studio back and to be sitting out here with my music.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Love the music.
For us today, and we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Do it live. I can write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks. 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow. That is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and cut off his new album.